Hello y'all, welcome to part 6 of my United States of America Monarchist path playthrough in the Hearts of Iron 4 mod, Novum Vexillum. Do be made aware, I am using a submod called Novum Vexillum Global Conflict, and in part 5, the American Empire went into Manifest Destiny 2.0 mode, and we pressured the Caribbean and took over many countries there, and we also had a brief war with Cuba, which we won, and besides that, the Kingdom of Spain was in our faction for like a week and a half, but then we defeated the Cubans and they left. They didn't want to be in NATO anymore because they didn't get any land, perhaps, and at this moment in time, we are getting ready to attack Mexico, and we have 87 divisions on the American-Mexico border, and let's have this offensive line set up to go. And if we encounter even the slightest inconvenience, I'm going to drop nuclear bombs. Just very liberal application of nuclear warfare. We have tons of nukes. And we have plenty of nuclear reactors being constructed at this moment. And in other news, the Ethiopian Empire declared war on the state of Eritrea, and that is going on in East Africa. Yeah, it's right here. I don't know if Eritrea... Okay, they're actually gaining some ground. Interesting. But back to North America. Mexico is going to have a very interesting time trying to resist the onslaught of American forces that will soon be crossing the border and going south. And the purpose, well, we're going to defeat Mexico, and in the grand scheme of things, our plan is just to dominate all of North America. So like Mexico, Central America, and Canada, we want all of that under the banner of the USA, or the king of North America, but the king of the USA. Attack Mexico is done, and Thailand and Southeast Asia declared war on the Republic of Singapore, and they do not even border them. I guess they're going to try and launch naval invasions. Thailand was guaranteed by many nations, so the Thais may have bit off more than they could chew, honestly. Like, look at this. Singapore was guaranteed by Laos. They're guaranteed all these countries. Never mind. Why are they guaranteeing North Korea? Okay, forget it. What am I thinking? I don't understand what Singapore is doing. They're really just very powerful strategy there. I can't comprehend it. My bad. And we have a ship designer. Don't worry about that. Get an all-around tank designer. The world tension is at 37%, so there is a chance when we attack Mexico, they could try to join a faction. I don't know, though. And I need to complete. Let me complete the focus. Northern expansion, and we should focus on expanding our borders toward the north. Let's begin the offensive now. We have so many divisions in the field. We have strategic bombers in the area. We're just pushing through everything. Oh, look, a slight inconvenience, as I mentioned before. Drop the nukes in Reynosa. Okay, we're winning. Actually, that was a little bit pointless, but the nuclear bomb was dropped anyway. I'm sure the inhabitants of that city are fine. Please do not look up what nuclear bombs do to places they land in. And can we take all Baja, California, capture all this peninsula, get that peninsula for us? Cut these units off. We have so many motorized troops, but to be honest, that's just too much power, too much speed. War is speed in the modern age, well, in modern Hoi 4 mods anyway. Move towards San Luis Potosi, get there, and we can unlock a new doctrine apparently. Mobile doctrine, mobile defense. We're doing superior firepower. Unlock that, and now we have a motorized division deployed. Send them to Army 4. Keep pushing forward. Brazil declared war on Venezuela for some reason. I don't know why. They're just doing that. And Venezuela formed their own faction called the South America Coalition, and that consists of Hugo Chavez's Venezuela and Ecuador. I wonder if we attack these nations of Central America in the future, they'll try to join the faction. I don't know. Can we keep pushing though? Push harder. Push faster. Take everything. Drop more nuclear bombs or not. It looks like we're winning, so we're fine. No nuclear bombs just yet. Just got to contain my anticipation for deploying way too many weapons of mass destruction. Keep advancing though. Take this city here on the coast near the Pacific, Manzanillo. We capture that. Cut off these divisions. Mexico has a lot of infantry. They're not very fast though. I will point that out. We have some military factories available. Make some trucks. We need a lot of motorized. Tons and tons of trucks. Every factory goes to a truck at this moment in time. And northern expansion is done. Let's complete colonization. Now take 35 days. And I'm hoping in the time it takes to get that done, never mind. We're just going to change and go ahead and do that. Retake the Panama Canal focus. So take all the states here. We're just going to annex everything. There we go. And let's drive on to the Panama Canal, which once we do this focus here, we take the Panama Canal, we'll get tons of war goals on all these Central American countries. Get this started at this moment in time. And the reason why we got to retake the Panama Canal in the first place is because historically, I believe the USA sold the Panama Canal at some point in the 20th century. Maybe it was like the 1970s. I don't really recall. But we're going to retake the Panama Canal by force. And outdated equipment and production, okay, that's not relevant. I think it's the B-52s I'm making. It probably is. I keep relying on them. I need to go ahead and make new ones, don't I, though? Even though they're very capable aircraft, they've been in service for a long time. Well, the very design is quite old. And can I get a Gen 3 bomber? Do we have a Gen 3 bomber? Okay, make some Lancers instead. There we go, make some B-1 Lancers. Doctrines available, air doctrine, we're doing battlefield support, unlock direct ground support. And let's have our Air Force get ready to operate in Central America, or at least in Yucatan Peninsula. Get down here, use these air bases as necessary. Move these planes forward. Might have to split everything up. We're using a massive air base right now, and that's going to be too much. There are going to be too many planes there. The Laos People's Democratic Republic joined the Shanghai Pact. That is China's faction. And I don't know what Laos is doing. The Socialist Republic of Vietnam joined the Shanghai Pact. And this is all happening because the world tension is being ratcheted up. It's just being brought up so much higher because of our very aggressive expansion into, well, towards the south. And that could be a problem down the line. But right now it isn't, so let's just ignore it. Move these planes, though, out of this airbase. Get over here. I'm going to have to be very careful how I separate all these planes. Move these strategic bombers at the very least, so I can ensure we can have nukes deployed in the Yucatan Peninsula if need be. Move these planes to maybe Cuba. Could that work? Could some of these planes go to Cuba? I think so. They have a pretty big airbase here in Havana, so let's take advantage of that. Focus on here, though. Move some planes around once more. We're exceeding capacity still. Move a few planes. Move a handful of other squadrons and wings. And that'll be that. So here we are. It's still slightly too many. Whoops. Move them back. Move one back. Just juggle these planes and aircraft. Move into the airbase. That's way too many again. Move to this airbase. What am I doing? Just juggling this around. Got to be very careful how I use all of those. And retake the Panama Canal will be done soon. And we have a new division made. Send them to Army 2. This is an infantry division, even though they are called motorized. Get a ship designer, Northrop Grumman Ship Systems. That's who we'll use. And technology to research. Get improved anti-tank weapons completed. And we're just waiting at this moment in time. Retake the Panama Canal. Coup in the Kingdom of Nambia. That is in, I believe, Southern Africa. Where is it at? It is Nambia. It is. I could be off. I will admit I could be off there. Zimbabwe, Zambia, Zambian state. Yeah, I may be off there. I will admit to that. Yeah, okay, here's Nambia. They have a king now. For some reason. Okay, interesting. Iron Guard Romania declared war on the Republic of Bulgaria. So there's some chaos in Europe at this moment in time, and oh my goodness. Romania is going to push very hard into Bulgaria. I suppose Bulgaria does not have anything like the EU to help them out. And they lost their capital to the Romanians, who are being very aggressive. And don't worry about this. Bulgarian Union was puppeted. That happened. Don't worry about this event, that partisan nationalist news company. Now there is the Bulgarian Union in the Balkans, and they're fascist, and they are a puppet of Romania since they lost that war. And can I get this focus done here? We'll take the Panama Canal. Will be done shortly. And once it is done, we'll immediately declare war on all of these Latin American countries and Central America, so I'm just waiting to get that done. Slow down time a little bit once we get closer to the focus. The reason I'm doing that is because I am a little concerned that if I don't act fast enough, some nations may try to guarantee their independence, and that'll make any kind of war substantially just a lot harder, a lot more difficult. So wait a day, slow down time, please. Got like 1 day left, so keep this in mind. Keep a close eye on the clock here in the top right. And once it gets down slower, slow it down a little bit more. Okay, 2100, 2200, 2300, and all this is in the name of being careful. 2400, here we go. November, we're done. So let's retake the Panama Canal, here we go. Declare war on all these nations, and let's begin the strike against Belize, Guatemala, Honduras, and they may join factions. There is a chance they may join the CSTO, perhaps because a few of these governments are reactionary, and in terms of ideology, ruling ideology, and Russia in this playthrough, the Russian Federation is reactionary, but I don't know if they'll get involved here. They may not, because they know how powerful the USA is. It depends on what these, if they accept any kind of request or not. Let's go, though, Costa Rica, Panama, get all that done, and let's get ready to strike. Perhaps they'll join another faction. I don't know. We could try to I don't know. Let's just hope we can advance and not have any other problems. Can I get a bigger front line sorted out? What are you guys doing? Fix this. Oh my goodness gracious. They're all going to be working together. Oh my, okay, forget it. Move this army here. You guys move somewhere else. Move to the Belize border. Invade Belize through that one province and strike there. I got to get an offensive line drawn up. This is fun. Get into Guatemala and no national focus set. I know. Let's complete military upheaval or no. Get Royal Armed Forces research. That will give us a buff to our military. Once it's done, our division recovery rate will go up and justify war goal time will go down. And let's hope this works for the best. So here we go. We're pushing now. Belize has to fall. They don't have many divisions. These Central American countries, I don't know how big their militaries are, but I am aiming to overwhelm them with just so many divisions. Every single element of the U.S. Army is available down here. They are present in Central America. And don't worry about this event. Belize has capitulated. Guatemala goes down. Did they join any factions? What's that about? Okay, I think there was some prisoner who escaped from a whatever. Now let's take all of Guatemala as well as Belize. Move onward into Central America. The French Republic joined the Berlin International. What in the world is going on in Europe? Don't worry. Okay, let me fix this. Lose some political power for base stability. And Germany is... What in the world? They had their... Yeah, the French International is in fact a faction now. Since NATO kind of got a lot smaller since we went monarchist, all of our European allies essentially abandoned us and left the faction. But keep pushing though. Keep advancing into this area here. Get a new front line drawn up, please, because this looks weird. Advance forward. Let me fix this. Army 4, you need to be on a unified front line, please. I am a little concerned if I push up north. Now there is a slight chance Canada will join the Berlin International just due to their ruling ideology. I don't know, though. We defeated El Salvador. We got some T-72s in our reserves at this point. I don't know how they got T-72s. I guess they got some from Russia in the past for their military. Keep advancing here. Took this city. Defeat this country. This is Honduras. Sometimes I get confused where Honduras and Nicaragua is in Central America. Keep pushing, though. Get to Managua. Capture that. Get into San Jose. Defeat Costa Rica. Then push onward to Panama. Honduras and Nicaragua are out of the picture. And it looks like soon we will take the Panama Canal. We are going to take that place down the line. Well, in the near future, honestly. So keep pushing onward to Costa Rica. And we took their capital. They're gone. And none of these countries joined a faction, which is that's great for us, but I don't know. I guess nobody would let them join, or they just didn't have the right ideology or something, perhaps. Let's go ahead, and we're going to get done with Royal Armed Forces soon. And there's a war in West Africa. The Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic declared war on the Islamic Republic of Mauritania. Republic of Panama has been defeated by the American Empire, annexed, and we're finished with our southern expansion. And I don't know why the Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic got into war with Mauritania, but Mauritania is, well, they lost a war to Senegal, so I don't know how strong their army is there. That's just something that's going on in Western Africa. Move all of our army here, please. Let's split these armies up into two different army groups and focus on moving into Canada two directions, well, on two fronts. One front will basically be spearheaded by James Mattis. Is that his? Let me check his name. Yeah, James in Mattis with two armies, and Colin Powell will have two armies himself, and they'll try to move into Canada, take Winnipeg, especially Winnipeg on the west coast. Where's Winnipeg anyway? Where is Winnipeg? Okay, Winnipeg's right here. Take Manitoba, all those places. So Army Group 1 is going to take British Columbia, Manitoba, and Saskatchewan. Meanwhile, the second Army Group will go into Toronto and St. Laurent and Quebec and New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. And that should be a pretty decisive way to win the war there. Second Korean War, do we get involved with this? I don't know. I don't want to have to. I guaranteed the Koreans. Do I decline? We will lose 20% stability if we say no. Is Korea, what would they do? They're being guaranteed. Will anybody help them? They're fascists, so probably not, I'm thinking. So let's accept, and we'll move some units over there later. Can you give us military access, please? Anarchist South Korea, and invite them to NATO. Will they join any factions if we do this, though? I don't know. Hopefully they don't. They are fascists, so I'm hoping that will be good enough reason for them not to join. Does North Korea have their own faction? They do not. I wish they did. Oh well. But with that said, I'm going to end what is part 6 of my United States of America Monarchist Path playthrough and Novum Vexillum and Novum Vexillum global conflict here. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. We have taken over all of, well, Central America, and the Caribbean is dominated by the Americans now. And soon we'll strike against Canada and then eventually push into, say, Greenland and Iceland. But that's in the future. But with all that said, you can check out the mod in the video description. And if you enjoy, check out the mods used in this video in the video description. And if you enjoy this video itself, make sure to like and subscribe.